What's going on, people? So, full moon today. Pretty nuts. Not sucks. Not good. Um, yeah, it's been an interesting time lately, right? To have all of this like wrapped in the holidays and also Mercury retrograde. I feel like in Sagittarius, right? With Mars, I feel like it's been like a I feel like there's a sense of like been there, done that with a lot of this energy for a lot for myself and for a lot of people that I've spoken to and kind of just feeling into the overall energy. Um, like it doesn't feel like we're in uncharted territories, and that's what they say about Mercury retrograde is that you look back at the last year when it happened, right? Where were you? What were the circumstances? A lot of repeats, right? And I feel like what it makes me think about is that people are learning, people are growing, and obviously things are not easy, right? Things are not just simple and predictable and all that. But I think that it's getting a lot better. And it's very hard to see growth and gains, over a long period of time. If someone else were to look, it would be very obvious. Like if I, for example, let's say like you're my client or you're someone that I spoke to 4 years ago and then I speak to you again, it would be like a crazy difference. But for us, it's really hard for us to see these gains, to see these little movements forward in ourselves. And I think that it's like the best time ever right now to, end of the year, end of 2023, to just understand that you are not necessarily going to be able to see that, right? Especially when the energy is intense, it's going to make less sense, right? It's going to be less like in your face. But there's growth, and sometimes it feels like we're just here suffering, and like that's it. We're just here suffering. Um, but at the same time, from like a big psychic, past life regression type basis or type perspective where you see all as one, they say that life on earth is a place where only very brave souls incarnate. And I'm sure I'm not the first person that has said that to you, but to me it's always kind of stood out, right? Because it's not easy here, I don't care if you're rich, poor, what color you are, like anything, gender, whatever, like it doesn't matter, like it's not easy. And we have this opportunity now to look back, right? And it could be this year, it could be since you started your spiritual life, conscious life, and to just look back on all the little things, all the little areas of growth, right? And I think that gratitude that you'll have from that, then you can think, okay, in what ways do I want to move forward? What do I want to manifest for next year? What do I want to talk into existence for next year? Could be anything, could be anything. It could be adventure. It could be a new partner. It could be a new group of friends. It could be, a new teacher. It could be a new teaching. It could be even you just becoming passionate about something, right? A lot of people struggle with that. So I guess what I would say is take the time, take some time to write or to talk or whatever you do, right? A lot of people, I think, journal, right? And do something creative where you're able to really look back, try to actually physically remember, what was it like. If you want to do a really good thing, think of like, what were you like during the roughest patch of this year? How did you respond? And how could you improve going forward, right? How could you improve little things about your life in the future? It's not about being like so, perfectionist, like we're all human, we're all going to fuck up. But at the same time, it is good to take accountability. It is good to, to look at yourself and to be honest, right? To be very honest with who you are and where you've come from, where you're going. So I guess, yeah, besides that, I would just like to add, that growth is non-linear, and it's not necessarily supposed to make so much sense, right? It's not just this mountain, right? It's very, very hard to understand. I think the biggest thing is like, in those difficult moments, are you folding or are you, fighting back? Like, and of course, we all have our off days. So then the next question becomes, when you have those off days or when you have those off moments, how hard are you on yourself, right? Have you been able to bring in self-compassion and, just this idea of treating yourself like you would treat a baby or your baby, or like you would treat your best friend, right? We're all going to fuck up. And, we just have to look at ourselves honestly. So anyways, guys, besides that, just chilling here in the bay. Probably can't really see, can you? Getting some readings done. Well, I just did one. I'll probably do another one. And, I always talk about astrocartography. That's something I offer as well. Anyone wanting a reading in that. I always wish I live not live. My mom lives on where I was born, San Francisco, and the worst one of the worst, if not the worst, astrocartography line in terms of just Pluto I see. It's just so much pressure. And I always say, to clients when I'm doing readings for astrocartography, I'm like, yeah, it's like when I go back there, it's like the first week or two, it's fine. And then I start feeling this internal pressure. And I'm hoping it's just a full moon, because I did want to stay here a little bit longer. But, if that's going to be the energy, like it's been the last 2 days or so, 2-3 days, it's just undoable, and I can't believe I lived here for so many years, on this line. It's insane. Astrocartography does not lie. I swear, you will notice the differences. That's a reading you can book with me through my website, jesseunitonastrology.com. I do couples and single and just individual astrocartography. And it's a live reading, unless you prefer me to do it recorded. But that one I usually do live. So anyways, happy holidays. A little longer video today, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.